conversation. Now, a bold move by Dangote Refinery is stirring the waters in Nigeria's petroleum distribution sector. The company's decision to begin direct nationwide fuel distribution is triggering sharp reactions from industry players. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron, says the move could push smaller operators out of the business and threaten thousands of jobs. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, is also warning against the downstream sector. All right, oil marketers, yes, they've argued that this move by Dangote is monopoly in disguise and will lead to job losses. They also said Dangote also only has license to refine and not to distribute. Talk to me, the concerns raised here. Are they legitimate concerns to you?
Very, very illegitimate.
Very illegitimate?
As far as I'm concerned.
Talk to me, what makes it illegitimate?
You know, all these things that the oil marketers or whatever they are doing is just red herrings, as far as I'm concerned. We are in this same country in 2001, Abi, when GSM came.
Okay.
It threw up so many other businesses. People selling recharge card and all that and so on and so forth. Today, do you see people working recharge cards again? Something else has happened and the country has moved on. So, what is important as far as consumers are concerned is the availability of the product.
Okay.
If Dangote is ready, as refined, and is ready to take it to the next filling station at no extra cost to the consumer, what is the business?
But there is a value chain. There are some people who are in charge of distribution.
Has become a bottleneck.
Okay.
It has become a bottleneck where you have some vested individuals. They don't refine. They don't drive trucks. They don't drive anything. They become chairman of drivers, tanker drivers association. They sit in air-conditioned office and eat all the best.
So you're not concerned that there will be job losses?
For them?
Yes.
No.
Exactly.
See,
they have families too.
Okay, those who are buying petrol at expensive prices, don't they have families? Look, the important thing for me and for most Nigerians is how much do I pay at the pump to buy fuel? If cutting them off will bring down the fuel from the present 800 and something to 500, so be it.
So
they should look for other jobs. Those who are selling recharge cards, haven't they found another job? When the banks wanted to start selling recharge cards, everybody was saying, some people will lose their job and so on. These people, there is no value they are adding to the value chain. Whether you call it value, there's no any value they are adding into it. Rather, they drive dilapidated trucks which fall every inch of the road and spoil the road. And go.
All right, the oil marketers, they talked about protecting the value chain.
Which value?
Which is, they said, let refiners refine.
No.
Let storage facility owners do their work. Let distributors do their work. You know, those in charge of logistics. Are these concerns valid? And also, is there, how do I put it? Is there a legal framework to back up this concern?
Yeah. I think I will advise those who are kicking to go and study the Petroleum Industry Act.
Yeah,
I took my time to look at it. They should go and study it. The NMDPRA has not said anything. Why? Because the Petroleum Industry Act says that, you know, it's the NMDPRA that will give out licenses, you know, for location, that will decide locations with throughput agreements where petroleum products will be stored. So, and that the licenses will be issued, you know, will be issued yearly and will run out 31st December every year. So maybe Dangote has seen that, wait a minute, what's the point of just, you know, having to rely on people whose licenses, you know, to store these things, to store petroleum products and all of that, will expire at the end of every year. why don't I mean, I did this in my cement business.
Okay.
Because addressing the question about refining, and remember in the cement business, he's the one who who supplies distributors. You know, so now that means he has a distribution arm, whatever he calls it.
So you don't see it as monopoly in disguise.
No, you see, people are talking of monopoly, but let me tell you the truth. The bigger problem that is coming is that we have marked 25 years of the 21st century, the first quarter. More disruptions are coming. Because this is a disruption. Take note that this was even a major reason why subsidy had to go. This was the reason why the Petroleum Equalization Fund
had to go.
and the PPPRA and the DPR had to go. Let's follow these things. Let's follow these things as, you know, these are things that are before us. These things were now merged, these entities were now merged into the NMDPRA. And now it is left for those depot owners. Remember last year, Mr. Femi Otedola, a friend
he
to
said that
Dangote,
they should sell.
He said they should sell. You see, when that man made that statement, I took note of that statement. I said, this man is pointing
in a direction.
And this is where we are.
Exactly.
Like some people have said, that the depot owners should come together, get licenses to set up refineries. In anywhere, they can set up a refinery in very remote parts of Nigeria.
All right.
You know, to distribute.
He talked about the PIA.
Yes.
I mean, the PIA is supposed to regulate activities in the sector.
Yes.
The question is Dangote going against any law with this move?
Well, I'm not a petroleum industry expert, and from what I can see, as Emeka has said, the man is producing, and perhaps his storage is getting overfilled, and he doesn't have people to come and lift it, trucks. So the man decided that, look, rather than produce and have this thing in stock, why don't I also go into this? It might be that he has registered a different arm of this distribution chain. And what is like a baker. He's baking his bread. And he looks for how to distribute his bread, get it to the consumer, and then some bread sellers are kicking that, no, you shouldn't be the one selling it. If he can do it, let him do it. Look, in Nigeria, we always concentrate on the minor. Let us concentrate on the major aspect of it. This is step. Is it going against any rule in the PIA?
That's the thing.
If he's not going against any rule in the PIA, then those who are kicking against it, they should think of what to do. I mean, the man cannot keep producing. He has the largest refinery in Africa or in the world or wherever or whatever it is, and he's producing. He cannot continue to consume it himself. It's a business. So if he thinks
to find a solution to this, do you think there should have been some sort of a round table conversation?
No, but
before this thing was announced. Before this thing was announced, do you think there should have been a conversation?
Of the PIA is there in the law that no person shall undertake the following petroleum liquids operations without a valid license, permit, authorization issued by the authority. Number one is long. Number two, the offtake of petroleum products. It goes on, you know, goes on and on and on and on. Petroleum products backloading operations continues like that, you know. It talks about importation.
Because of our time,
so what I'm saying is that...
Do you think there should have been a roundtable before Dangote announced this? Do you think there should have been a conversation with the oil majors?
No. You know the problem.
Ipman and Petron?
You know the problem we have in Nigeria is this. When government takes a step, we get so emotional.
Yeah.
When a new law comes out, we don't sit down and start holding conferences, you know, round tables and all those things. What are the likely fallouts of this thing? Because we believe we can always cry to the president, Mr. President, jobs will be lost too. People will fall into hunger. And then government will say, okay,
because we don't want people to lose their job.
Government, remember the government was paying equalization,
Yes.
equalization,
Exactly.
so that petroleum products will be the same thing all over.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, government now said the subsidy is not sustainable. So what the government do? You now found out that
So you think this move
the
will
price,
bring about
the
some
price
sort
of petroleum products in Lagos is different from the price of petrol in Kano, in Enugu,
all right,
in different places. So this is part, as we agreed that subsidy is biting everybody.
All right, gentlemen.
So it will continue. There are still some other things in the PIA
PIA
that will still be implemented.
All right, gentlemen.